Hello, you're watching Stretford Paddock. We're here for the review of Man United against Arsenal. 2-0. Again, United struggling against the bottom half sides. What do we think to that one?
They didn't turn up today.
No.
They didn't turn up at all.
We could tell from like the first 5 minutes that it just wasn't happening, wasn't it? Like the way they pressed us and the way that United just couldn't keep the ball, giving it away non-stop.
I mean, we have to give them a little bit of credit for how well they pressed today. They pressed ridiculously well. It's kind of like when Ollie first came in, when we were shocking teams by just going out and just...
Yeah. It looked like we weren't expecting them to try hard. Like, they came out and were sprinting
we were like,
oh, what do you mean? Why are they running at us for?
It doesn't help that that's the most up for it I've seen Arsenal of any game.
Yeah, I think they fancied it today.
Any game in a couple of years.
And to be fair, it was. I think Van Persie put a tweet out before saying must win for both teams, because it kind of was for both. That we needed it to really show that we possibility of getting top four, and they needed it because they were 4 points off the relegation zone.
They kind of played desperate in a way.
They kind of when you're in that kind of mode, you have to, and that's what the one thing that managers changing can do is obviously motivate players, and that's what changed with United last season. Is Ollie came in and just got us back to running more than everyone else does. That seems to be what Arteta's done straight away. Is just look, they are missing players in the same way that we are. Let's just outrun them, and they did that a lot better than we did today.
They pressed us so well. Like, we've seen some highlights there of the Arsenal pressing, but for the first goal, so the first goal was a ball sort of in between Wan-Bissaka and Maguire to was it Aubameyang who pulled it back? I think it was
Kolasinac.
Was it Kolasinac? Yeah. And he pulled the ball back to Lacazette at the back post. Pepe, sorry. And Luke Shaw was out of position. Lindelof, the ball just hit the back of his ankle. Both goals came from Lindelof. I don't think he was necessarily at fault for either of them, but one, it hit the back of his ankle and just rolled to Pepe, who had Matic was nowhere near him. Luke Shaw was nowhere near him. Yeah. The second goal, a corner ball, and Lacazette just drifts in front of Rashford at the near post, nods it on. De Gea couldn't save it properly or didn't react in time or whatever, wasn't good enough. And the ball hit Lindelof on the back and landed straight to... Who was it who put it in the end?
It was Socrates.
So it's just like both goals were very preventable. Many mistakes leading to both goals. It's just like we just were stunned by the fact that they were trying hard, and I can't. Yeah. We couldn't keep the ball. The amount of times we gave the ball away, players like Fred and Shaw and Matic. Yeah. Every time they got the ball, it seemed, especially in the first half, we're just passing it to the opposition.
The first half killed us because the second half we weren't. I'm not saying we were great in the second half, but we weren't that bad. We started playing a bit better football. We started creating. Yes, I think they tired a lot. Ronaldo was saying that in the stream. They were always going to tire because that's...
Yeah.
And they did that. But I think the second goal killed us. And I think more worrying than that is, look, we've had an off day. We've got injuries and you've got a poor midfield in there. But another set-piece goal. And that's ridiculous. That's probably the worst thing out of everything is we keep conceding from set pieces. It's something that should be a simple fix. It's just organisation. It's just make sure you get your man and do that. It's just simple jobs. You know, there's one thing about saying... we need to create chances.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Do you think, in a way, I know some people will suggest this, that the whole drama surrounding Pogba for the game, you think that would have been a bit of an energy sap?
Yeah, maybe.
The rest of the team.
It could have been, yeah. It's just...
So for better or worse, the players will naturally look up to him a little bit.
Yeah, and they know that things aren't all right in that situation, do they? They know that the relationship isn't great. And I think everything plays a factor in it, like... the way that our players just aren't sort of, in terms of their skill set, they aren't equipped to deal with that real sort of...
It's basically shit the team doesn't need, really. Yeah. You don't need that going into an Arsenal game. You don't need this controversies, so to speak, and all this bullshit about whether he's playing or whether he's going or what he's doing.
And I think United fans are also...
whether you can see it or not, it does... shit like that does sap the energy out of the team.
Yeah. They look like they just had no legs at all. First off, like... it looked like people were just running through mud, didn't it, the whole time? Like, we were saying Luke Shaw.
Looked tired from minute one. Didn't make any sense. Just not ready to play it.
It looks like your Sunday League team after they've been out the night before. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it
actually looked like they've all been out last night and kind of gone, just can't quite do it today, can we, lads? Can't quite do the... But, I mean, it's just poor. It's just really...
What do we need to see going forward then? We've got Wolves at the weekend on Saturday, a team that we've struggled against more than Arsenal. We've got some stats there. We'll come to those in a minute. But we've got Wolves at the weekend. What do we need to do so that we don't see a repeat of, one, this game, and two, the times we played Wolves last season.
Well, I'm worried. I'm worried because while McTominay and Pogba are not there, I feel like every single game we go into, we're gonna either have a level playing midfield or worse than your opposition.
Well, especially Wolves, they've got excellent.
Wolves will have a better midfield than us on the weekend as well. And you seen how that worked out in this game.
Yeah, I don't. The thing is, the one thing you say is what can change. The effort needs to be there from everyone on the pitch. And I think there's a few players today that, Shaw being one of them, that just didn't put the shift in today. I don't think anyone was good, but there was Fred put a shift in. I think Maguire put a shift in.
That's about it, really.
That's about it, really. You know, every player in it. This was.
I thought Andreas worked hard.
I don't
think the quality was necessarily there, but you couldn't. I wouldn't accuse him of being stunned by the pace of the game.
I think Matic looked well off the
slow,
pace,
isn't it?
Well off the pace for that kind of game today. I think that's the worry of the weekend. Is that what have we got to change it? What is the?
Well, it's a personnel thing again, isn't it? And it's going to be. This is going to have more pressure for United to buy players in January, but I would say there's a decent chance that we already know who we've got. We'll already know who we've got a chance of signing in January, and they'll probably have a realistic idea. They'll probably know who they will sign in January, if anyone. There's a reason why multiple people have come out from the club in the last few days and said, well, you know, we're going to go for the right players, we're not just going to go for anyone. That's probably because they know it's going to be really difficult to sign anyone. Stories coming out today of the odds are we're not going to get anyone. And these sorts of games just add pressure to that. I know United can't just buy players as a reaction to single games, but the pressure that we are allowing ourselves to be put under by these sort of consistently inconsistent performances isn't going to go away.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Supposedly got a month to buy players and we're not going to.
Just comes down to inconsistency, really. It seems like we just good.
Yeah,
good, but it comes in spells in a way that it kind of kills a fan. So you get on a high, you think, got a good run of form, and then all of a sudden we lose about 1 or 2, 3 games, and then we're shit again. Yeah. It's like a big slap in the face.
Yeah, there's just no consistency, is there?
I think there's a worry as well.
If we just stay shit for the rest of the season. If we're going to do well, if we try and do well for the rest of the season.
There's a bit of a worry.
Too up and down.
There's a bit of a worry as well that it's not come from the manager this time like it was at the start of last season, but like the defence was playing badly because they had zero confidence and everyone was just absolutely slating them and they knew they weren't good enough.
Yeah.
And I think it could get to that stage with the midfield we've got right now where everyone knows we need to sign midfielders. So them lads that are going out on the pitch are just going to they just know already before they go on there that they're not. Everyone expects them to be making mistakes. Everyone's expecting them not to be good enough.
Players know it themselves. Like Matic knows his legs have gone.
Yeah.
He doesn't go out there thinking,
I'll be all right.
I'm playing how I was when I was 27. He knows he can't get up with play. He can't get back with play.
Yeah.
If players go past him, he can't catch up. We're seeing it on the watch-along. There's a point in the game when Ozil, who's like, probably no quicker than Matic over 60 yards. Just, relatively slow player.
So much
was
space.
Just cruising through the middle of the pitch. Like, no one was on him. He just could choose when to pass it. No tackles coming in.
No.
Fred was marking someone else. Matic was out of the game. Luke Shaw, I don't even think he was playing. He was probably at home at that point still. It was just like, the midfield was just completely vacant. And like you said, they go out there. They probably think, this is going to be tough today. I don't want to make that pass because that's going to pull him out. So we'll be a bit more conservative.
Yeah, and everything just goes backwards.
It all just is a domino effect of everyone's less confident. No one's doing the right thing because they're worried that we're going to be exposed. And you just see performances like that where we just don't do anything for 90 minutes. If we get the stats up, please, Cam. Sorry,
mate. Yeah, we glassed that.
Saw them before. Overall, the shots are the same, but the quality of our shots was not there. At the half time, we'd had one shot, one on target, and I can't think of any in the second half that were particularly dangerous.
In the second half, I don't think Arsenal created. Only De Gea had to make a save.
They didn't need to. That's the thing.
They didn't need to.
The whole game, they're going to tire. They're going to get tired, and they did.
But they
were 2-0 up.
But they didn't need that second goal.
Exactly.
They didn't. If it was because I think against Chelsea, they were always trying to get that one more. Still, they knew that they needed that second goal. And I think they would have done if we'd have got to half time. I think you said in the watch on. You've just got to get to half time. You just don't make a mistake.
Well, the best chance we had was on the blow of the whistle for half time. Harry Maguire headed the ball from like 5 yards out, straight at the goalkeeper. Like we've seen him scoring for England, we've seen him scoring for Leicester, I've seen him scoring for Hull, I've seen him scoring for Sheffield United, and he's had 2 or 3 chances in the last. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or again like when you talk about the players learning almost like the characteristics of the team and playing accordingly rather than because that's how they are. I think they know that we're shit from set pieces. They know that we never score from corners. Like, how is he not getting that? in the back of the net.
Set
and we've
piece.
seen it so
We
many
have
times
to sort
before.
set pieces out
It's
today.
unbelievable how bad we are from set pieces.
On both ends. Both ends.
We never score
defending.
them. We never score them, and we're conceding from them almost every game.
Even towards the end there, we have players on the pitch. Pereira can put a cross in. He can put a corner in, and he put in decent deliveries from corners.
But how many free kicks and corners did Fred take today that just hit the first man?
Oh, and the one at the end. The free kick at the end.
That was almost funny, wasn't it?
But still,
it was
still going now.
It's still
going
really.
It was like a right angle triangle.
Just wasn't our day really.
There's just nothing going on.
Just nothing. But as you say, we can't overly dwell on it.
No, yeah, exactly, and we won't dwell on it. We'll get off here.
It's a cup game at the weekend.
Cup game. It's Wolves away. I think we need to bounce back. I'm not particularly confident. We do struggle against Wolves, but
I think you should try the kids in midfield. When they're struggling, we have to try something different. Give Garner a go in there. See if he can get a bit of run of form going, because we're going to need someone.
He's not particularly quick, but at least he's he's a young lad. He should have legs. He can play for 90 minutes. He should be all right on that front. And hopefully we'll see Brandon Williams as well. It's a strange omission again today, but yeah, that's going to be it. I think the shorter the better for this. It's a bit gutting. It's just gutting, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just crap. Good. Poor performance. The one thing sort of no one expected really, which was just I expected them to be good, but they've lost 4 games in a row at home before this, and we made them look like Barcelona in the first half. Right, thanks for joining us. Cheers, Ronaldo. You're gutted, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Right, see you next time.
See you later.